UPBEAT Showbiz on Let's Talk with Petty.
It's time for another UPBEAT Showbiz. This is a show where I interview upcoming artists to recognize and appreciate them as they continue to give back to society with their wonderful talent. Joining me today is a very, very special guest, and I'm very much honored to have her here because, guys, this feels like a blessing in disguise because, A, she is a gospel artist, and I really do hope that you guys are going to enjoy her interview. How are you, ma'am?
I'm good, thank you. And how are you?
Um, Good, thank you. I actually feel so very much honored because like you're a gospel artist and it's rare to find upcoming gospel artists that you know what I'm saying, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Now,
so honored to have you here. And I really do hope that the interview is going to go smoothly and people are going to start praying after this, right?
yes, I hope so too. Maybe we're the third time lucky now with load shedding and all.
Yeah, how are you though?
I'm good. Yeah, excited for this stage in my life. I think, being my age and being able to release music, it's not something that is common because it's more the younger
Yeah,
generation for it.
yeah. So I really do hope that today we are going to be encouraged and motivated because there's no time limit for anything, right?
Mhm.
So can you please tell about more about yourself and your background music and your musical background, how you started and how it's actually going right now?
Okay, so I'm originally from Cape Town, born in East River. I think I started music or interest in singing since a tender young age of 8 years old. Um, I did some plays and also those musicals and that encouraged me more. I was forever singing. Even if I had to learn something in my studies, if some things were difficult to remember, I would write a song or a rhyme or something about it. And yeah, then it was
Uh-huh.
the overall, as you grow up, you go and sing here and there at a wedding or at a show and so forth. Yeah, and I think that grounded me, but it was only in my early, or as of my 20s, I started writing music. I didn't even know that I could do, but yeah, then I started writing.
So how did you get started in the gospel music industry and what has been your biggest challenge so far?
I think I've always loved gospel. It's my life. I think it speaks of who it is that I am and where I get my inspiration from.
Yes.
And gospel music it's not so much, I think, for me, just about the word itself. It goes into every area of your life. It's just how you apply the word of God. So yeah, I think it's always been with me, um, or inside of me, and it's just through writing these songs and singing it that it's becoming alive. Yeah.
So you started writing at the age of 20. When actually did you start recording and releasing music?
Okay, so I think 2013 was my very first song that I recorded. And then I was already, what, over in my 30s, late 30s, or something
Yeah.
like that. Um, and I think it wasn't a challenge that I say. There was a sermon that I was being a part of, and this guy was saying, um, how big is your God and how big is it that you dream? Because he's one that can do stuff that more than what you can dream or imagine. And then
Yes.
he challenged each and every one of us with different things. What is it this year that you're going to do? And I remember turning to my husband and telling him, this year I'm going to record, you know. And yeah, so 2013, I recorded the song Time Is Running Out. And I sent it out to some music stations, but it did the rounds, and it was only 7 years later that it started airing, when I resubmitted it to a radio station, and within half an hour it started airing. So, but I believe
it's like an achievement.
yeah, you know, it didn't disappoint me. I think I kept the dream alive. If it wasn't that one, it's something else. And at the end, I feel like it's my time is not God's time, you know.
Yeah. So I have this one question, right? Because since now you started releasing in your early 30s, and I just want to know how has being a mother and a wife influenced your music and songwriting?
I was actually thinking about that today. So I've got 2 teenagers, a boy and a
Yeah.
girl. And I think having them around kept me yeah, you know, just in tune with what's happening, and just life itself, and the sounds, the music sounds that's out there, the beats that's out there, the rhythms and all
Yeah.
that. So I write, you know, ballads. I write R&B type of songs as well, even on the gospel style. But believe it or not, I've even written stuff for the younger people, like even with rap in it and that. So I feel
Mhm.
like having them around kept me inspired and kept me going. And I think for them to see that I've been holding on to something and I'm still making my dreams come alive, even though it's way past the market date or age out there, it's an inspiration. Because I can remember
Yeah.
when Time Is Running came out, that, you know, I had them in the kitchen and I didn't tell them that the song was going to air. But when they heard it, they were like, what? That's your song. And they know that I've been speaking about it for 7 years, you know, and at some point, I think by year half, half of the year, they might have given up. But to have seen that that came to reality, and even now with this song that came up, it's inspiring them to just have the attitude of do not give up, because if that's the gift that God has given you, and if you bring your part and you work hard at it, then He will set the platform for it.
Now, speaking of which, you were in the kitchen when the music played. So now I want to know how you balance your music life and your career life. Because like now it's music, career, it's family. So like how do you balance everything?
You know, I'm a person that I like to write things down. Even getting to this point of recording this song finally and releasing it, and you know, it's a step-by-step basis for me. So if I can see the big picture, it helps me.
Yes.
So I literally have a schedule. I have a schedule, and I'm very mindful of the fact that my family do come first, because I'll be busy in the kitchen or wherever, and a song would come. You know, lyrics would come, and I will just grab a pen whilst I'm doing something else. I mean, like, women can multitask. That's what they say about us.
Yeah.
So yeah, but they know. I mean, like, they are informed about just my plans and things for the future. I will always check. Is there anything that you need me to do for you right now? Because I'm going to
Oh,
do this or that, you know. So I space out that time so that I know I don't have that disturbance.
yes.
Yeah, and I try to keep it balanced. It's not set in stone. Life happens, and but I always need to keep in mind what is more important. Yeah.
Yeah. So now why do you choose gospel music over everything that's happening in South Africa? Because like I'm a piano. I know you'll say age, but then like I want to know the real reason why you chose gospel, because like it's like interesting. When I heard your songs, I was like, damn, bro, I can vibe to those songs in church, you know. Not those other boring songs. Like, yeah, so why did you choose gospel?
I think, like I said earlier on, gospel can go in any genre, you know, but I feel like I express myself way better. I feel like it's authentic to me. I don't have to go
Yeah.
sit down and think about a song. What is it that I'm going to write now? Or, you know, come up with some lyrics or even music. It happens to me. It's something I cannot explain. Like even this song, I wasn't planning on writing a song. I was busy reading the Bible. And
Oh,
as I was sitting there, the music came, the lyrics. If you look at it, it's basically the first 6, 7 lines of that song is what Psalm 148 is saying. So I think there will always be a song in my heart because it's true to me, it's authentic to me, and that's where it comes from, you know. I do not force myself to sit and write something. It just naturally comes. I just need to stay in tune, and yeah, I think it tells the story of my life, whether good, bad, ugly. You know, that's the whole package. That is who we are, and I think it's the whole thing of how gospel music reaches the soul, and I think all other music does that, but I think the end result of what it can bring forth, you know, that is what is important for me. Yeah.
yeah. As we all know that gospel songs, or can I say gospel music, they all have a message that they convey to their audience: praise and worship, um, believing, you know, all those things that gospel songs, people or artists who write gospel or who sing gospel music, they have a message that they're trying to send to the audience. So my question for you is, what message do you hope to convey through your music, and how do you ensure that it reaches your audience?
Okay, the message that I do want to convey is like there's so much in life that is happening to us, and one can get stuck in it, or you can even move backwards, or you can deny what's happening to you, you know, by living
Yes.
sort of fantasy life. But I think gospel encompasses all of those things. And I want to bring people to their true identity, because life is not about what happened to you or you know, what it is that you did, because people shame and blame, and we can get stuck in there. And I want to say that there is more to you than just what happened to you or what you did, you know. And obviously the gospel is about the good news, and that is what I want to convey to people, that, you know, through connecting through gospel, whether it's through the music that is coming from scripture, or if it's just a thought that can enhance scripture and all that, you are a part of that. That is where your origin is, and that from that you can be yeah, contributing to society in ways that I feel like you would not have done if you were stuck in an image that is not really and truly who you are. I think, and that's what helped me. Like whether it's reading the word or listening to gospel music and really let it sink in and meditate on it, you know, you get to find parts of yourself. I feel like that's what it did to me. And you can identify, is this true about me or is it not? Is this what God is saying about me? and am I going to accept what others are saying or just what the world is saying? And I feel like God's as solid as the rock, so I'll rather trust him. You know, through ups and downs and everything that has happened, he has showed himself faithful in my life, and that is what I want to, that's what I want to draw others into.
So how do you ensure that your message reaches your audience?
Okay, so I'm just starting out, or what I say, I kind of feel like I'm a late bloomer, but recently I started rephrasing how it is that I'm thinking, because there is an appointed time for everything under the sun, and whether this time for me is 10 months, you know, just 10 weeks or whatever, but the message is out, it is out. So I will keep on. I mean, I've got quite a few songs that just needs to be recorded. So it's things like this, you know, having this interview, not being pulling back or being afraid that who is going to say what. I think being on social media, whether it is just through posts, because I think music is just one of the things in which I can reach people. There is some other avenues as well that I'm busy working on, but yeah, I want to give my attention to this at first, and yeah, sending the songs out to the radios and see if it will get to their playlist and how people will react and connect to it. I'll see.
Then how would you feel if you were invited to come and perform at a certain church?
I think I will feel honored. I mean, like it's been happening before. I think especially to the last part of last year, there was like almost every month that I've been invited out to, whether it's churches or shows and that. And I think because it's about, once again, me being in the service of, you know, preaching the gospel through singing and reaching people. So yeah, I'm not picky or, you know, holding back if people do invite me. Yes, I will scan whoever is inviting and you know what the crowd is all about and all of that, but yeah, I'll be willing to go out.
I have this one question, right? I know you might have some way somehow answered it, but I just want to have it again because it's like a different question to more of what you've answered before. So how do you keep your faith strong and stay connected to God while pursuing your music career?
Okay, yeah, that's one thing. I've got there's this one favorite verse of mine. It's in Psalm 73, verse 17. It speaks about this psalmist that looked at the world and everything that was going on, and it was just overwhelming, and it felt like he's doing everything right, but he's getting the backhand of everything, whilst those that are doing wrong, so their life is just perfect. And then he says, but in verse 16 he says, when I tried to understand it all, you know, he couldn't comprehend it. But when he went into the secret place, you know, that changed the whole scene. And for me, keeping the balance with work and home and gospel music and social media and everything that goes with it, I know it can be overwhelmed. I know it might get to my head, you know, but I think it's in that secret place. When I'm in the secret place, I get to hear God differently. I make that time to be quiet and to be still and to be able to differentiate between my thoughts and my feelings and what it is that He is saying to me. So if I neglect that, I will just go out in my own strength. I will go out there and pursue my own dreams where I feel like this is his dream. And I'm just participating in it. I'm just, a worker in whatever it is what he wants to do. So I have I would say that I do seek him. I seek his input, his advice. In some of my songs you will hear, actually I'm busy with another song right now, and it's speaking about being still and knowing that he is God. And if I neglect that, I will fall flat on my face, I think, or my head will grow just this big. So that's how I feel like I'm maintaining it.
This one is for you specifically, right? What advice do you have for other aspiring gospel music artists who are juggling family and career obligations?
I think get your priorities straight. If you mess that up, then either one of those things can get hurt, can get damaged. I think there's nothing worthwhile chasing if it damages what is around you. So I do believe that people need to think through the reasons of why they are doing something. If it's for fame, for fortune, for whatever, at the cost of what. There's been many a times that I said, Lord, if this is not what you want me to do, if you want me to put the mic down and not sing, if there's something completely different, I will do it. Just like that. So I feel like, the gift or the hobby or the passion shouldn't only be such a way that it runs away with you. I think all of those things, like he says, seek first my kingdom. All these other things shall be added unto you. So it's almost like seek the one thing that keeps you in the middle of it all, and whatever else comes with it, it will come. It might take time, and you don't have to push it. You don't have to bribe. You don't have to ask for favors and all of that. It's meant for you. It will come to you. You've got to center yourself, right? I say it over and over again. That otherwise, at the end, you're pursuing just your dream. That will only bring you a certain, thankful and a certain path. But if God is in it, keep on going back to Him and the center. He can take you, like He says, beyond what you can dream or imagine.
Yes. I really do hope that whoever is going to be watching this, they are literally taking something from it, and then they are going to take their advice. So, this one, right? So, I want to challenge you to sell your music to someone who never saw, to someone who never had it before. So, say I never heard your music, and you are selling your music to me. You are encouraging me to go listen to your music. So, how would you sell it? Any song of your choice, any song that you've released of your choice.
Okay, so are you asking me to sing?
No, you're telling yourself. You're marketing yourself. Say you just met me and you want to tell me about your songs. Any of your songs. Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow or the next day you'll see the master plan that He's been working out for me. Right now I'm reminding myself that time is in your hands. And maybe tomorrow or the next day will be the very day that He'll be coming through for me. Right now I know you don't know. You don't know what God's got up to see. And I think that is the way that I can connect with Him, that He can take me further than everything is possible, and He can do the same for you. So I think that the music it's bringing, I want to draw people out of what it is that they know, and go to what it is unknown. We're scared of that sometimes because we want to stay in the known. I know that
Time is not on our side, and I literally had like 20 questions for you. But time is not on our side because it's a 20-minute interview. So I really do hope that the people that are watching the interview really did enjoy and they really did love it. So before I close and the end of this wonderful interview, I would love for you to market yourself, tell everyone where they can find you, where can they email you, your email, where they can get your songs. Just tell them where they can actually find you, your music, everything about you.
Okay, so I can find it on Spotify and on YouTube and iTunes, yeah, and Apple. So currently there is just the one song that's out there, but you know there will be more coming.
Yes.
Then my email is Sheralda. It's SHERELDA46@gmail.com. You can get me on Instagram at shares_Mbaba or on Facebook as Sharon Mbaba.
Thank you so much. Wait, you didn't tell us your YouTube name, your Spotify name.
So it is my name. It's my name and my surname, Sharon Mbaba.
Just like that, so we'll find you.
Just like that, yeah. No fancy business.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. I literally feel honored because today I just feel like I need to memorize more scriptures because my mom is also going to make me preach one day. So thank you so much for the lovely interview. I really do hope that you enjoyed it. And we can have more of the interviews if you want, if you don't mind. And then I really do hope that we will stay in contact, and hopefully one day when you go big, I'll also be there cheering for you.
Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that you kept on trying for us to do this. I'll keep you posted on what's happening in my life.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.